It's good to have you with us for 11 News at 10. I'm Aaron Vitito filling in. The investigation continues into why dead pets were found in a Colorado Springs storage unit. We first told you about this on Thursday when police and animal law enforcement with Humane Society of the Pikes Peak region made that discovery. They say it was in a unit near Old Colorado City. Yesterday, we got it confirmed from animal law enforcement that the unit was rented to a man named Marcus Williams. The Secretary of State's website shows Williams had an aftercare business called Peaceful Memories LLC. 11 News found his cell phone number and home address. When we called his cell and business numbers, both calls went to voicemail. And when we went to the address, we found he no longer lived there. Excuse me. Law enforcement says the animals were meant for cremation, and this has stark similarities to other cases involving human remains at funeral homes, but this case is different. 11 News reporter Elena Tomish is in the studio. She spoke with a legal expert about this, and Elena, police say this actually is not a criminal matter.
No, Aaron, it's not. This is a civil case because the animals are technically considered someone's property, and that's why one attorney tells me the case likely won't progress like the other cases, like Return to Nature, for example, which he says pet owners who might be involved and need to keep that in mind.
Recent stories have illustrated that clearly there's a problem when it comes to post-mortem services. And it sounds like that problem applies to services regarding humans and services regarding pets.
On Thursday, CSPD says they found a cooler of dead animals inside a storage unit. They say the bodies were intended for cremation. But unlike cases where human bodies were found in similar conditions, police say this is not a criminal matter. Eric Faddis, the former Arapahoe County Deputy District Attorney, says this case is unique.
Police may be struggling to find an applicable charge in their mind because these aren't human bodies that were mishandled. They were animals. That sort of puts it in a different category entirely.
In a case like Return to Nature, John and Carrie Halford faced nearly 200 charges of abuse of a corpse, but because pets are considered property, Faddis says the potential consequences of this case might look different.
When you look at sort of the funeral home misconduct that we've been seeing a lot of in Colorado, oftentimes a charge that's applicable is abuse of a corpse. Well, there's no corollary for a pet in the criminal law system.
He says this means it could be up to the clients of whoever might be responsible to seek justice.
In Colorado, there are theft statutes, there are fraud statutes that essentially criminalize, promising a service to somebody, getting paid for it, and then failing to perform that service.
Animal law enforcement tells us this is an ongoing investigation, and we'll let you know when we have more information on the status of this case. In the meantime, if you think you might be impacted by this, animal law enforcement says you should contact the vet clinic or facility where your pet's aftercare arrangements were made. Aaron.
11 News was first to alert you about this, and we'll continue to do so.